And they are exactly like Christians because they're still picking and choosing the parts of the Bible in which they want to follow. The Israelites have been have allowed themselves to be bamboozled and continually bamboozle themselves. I just want people to understand the Hebrew Israelites consistently are shooting themselves in the foot. Nobody's taking it seriously. You think I'm over here watching Hebrew Israelite debates, Eliezer? The same recycled, backwash topics? I think not. I've been there. I've done that. I came, I saw, I conquered that. I'm not. I'm just letting you know. All I gotta say is I need to get in my debate course. That's all I'm gonna say. Because the things I do see or the things I do hear about, they need help. They need help, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but all them niggas need to go in here and get up in the Cutthroat Academy. Because what I see, not good. Okay, not horrible all the time, but niggas need help. Praise the Lord. You're going to see debates. I'm unlimited now, right? I'm just me. I'm doing everything that I want to do, right? So it's beautiful. So definitely make sure you following because you're going to get everything in here. Shout out. Real deal. How do you become an Israelite? You don't become an Israelite. You either simply are or you are not. It is a lineage. It's a patrilineage. So you either are of that lineage or are not. So somebody asked me like, oh, so what do you identify as now if you're saying you're not a so-called Hebrew Israelite? When I say I'm not a so-called Hebrew Israelite, I'm referring to the very toxic community that has taken our lineage and has taken the knowledge, wisdom, understanding that the Most High has passed to us and our, through our ancestors in the transmission of the scriptures and turned it into some weird, like religious weird stuff. Yeah, I'm not with that at all. Do I come from the lineage of Israel? For sure. Emphatically, I hold to that. None of my beliefs have changed. But my associations, and my mission and how I'm going to represent myself and represent the word of the Most High, most certainly that's changed. 1000%. I can't be associated with the toxicity of the Hebrew Israelites anymore. Why lead a movement? Well, because it's a movement and movements stop. That's the problem with movements. Our lineage, our heritage should have never been turned into a movement. That's something that my big brother, the incomparable Andre Taylor, taught us. When you turn something into a movement, movements stop. Look at every movement that's ever happened. Look at it. This movement, that movement. It moves. Then it stopped moving. Right? Appreciate the sub, Maya. Salute to you, brother. So I don't want to be associated with movements, right? I want to be associated with the wisdom of the Most High because wisdom is more moving than any motion, right? So a lot of this movement of the Hebrew Israelites is based upon knowledge, and the scriptures teach us what that knowledge puffeth up. So it's just a bunch of people who's puffed up, who know a lot of stuff, but are not operating in the wisdom and understanding of the Most High, that are only operating in knowledge and not actually truly following the Bible. They're actually cosplaying as the ancient Israelites. And they are exactly like Christians because they're still picking and choosing the parts of the Bible in which they want to follow. I don't want any association with that. And this is something that the Most High has showed me years ago. And dogmatically, I wouldn't leave. And then, he had to shake something up for me to and even after the shakeup, it still took me time to truly understand through counsel with elders and revelation and dreams and, scriptural studies and things like that. You got to get the hell away from these guys. Let them have it, am I still Sakari? How could I ever not be Sakari? That's my whole idea. The name is my idea. The signet is my idea. The color scheme is my idea. The structure is my. How can I never? That's mine. How can I not be? You know what I'm saying? Come on, fool. Y'all gotta think. For people who want to learn, and I'm not in an active duty role, actively teaching, but I got something for people who want to sub up. Weekly live streams. That's what I got for you. I mean, I'll debate just depending on how I feel. You know, there's a debate I got with a Christian that's pending right now. You feel me? But they gotta understand I'm not coming in representing the Hebrew Israelite community anymore. Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm representing something as far as my theological position, I'm coming in representing something different. You know, so y'all just stay tuned for that. When did I say I believed anything different? Did I ever say that? No, I didn't. Y'all gotta listen. See, this is my problem with the Hebrew Israelites, though. I be talking, and y'all don't be listening. So means I'm wasting a lot of my breath. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been talking. I've been saying a lot of stuff. And people don't listen. I've been the same nigga since birth. Anybody know me? I just seen somebody say something like, oh, he talks different than he used to. What your dumb ass don't know is, this is how I always talk. I've always talked like this. Right? People are seeing content there. Oh, he's saying the gang. When the camera wasn't on, that's how I was talking. Ask anybody that really been around me. That's who I am, fool. I've been banging against. I'm 9 years old, my nigga. 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of people just got all messed up. Oh my God, Gorilla. He said, y'all notice I still say Gorilla Hebrew, right? You see it still it still say Gorilla Hebrew. So if I say I'm not a so-called Hebrew Israelite, I'm not associated with the Hebrew Israelite community, don't misconstrue what I'm saying. Right? Most of y'all was in here, I explained it, but don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying that my belief.
Shalom, Yeshurala. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honors, and glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching 100% truth. Wa Barakatham to the 144,000, as well as the rest of the elect. May peace and blessing be unto your household. It's like it. It's your brother Gadal from the Great Millstone Dallas branch, and in this quick lesson, you know, we're finna get into what you seen before you. You know, the Gorilla Hebrew is not a Hebrew Israelite anymore, right? And to be honest, man, you know, like, this really doesn't surprise me, considering that it's him. You know, after you know, Pegmaster got found out, it kind of seemed like it started going down here from now. And now he want to talk about the Hebrew community is toxic. Wherefore, ain't this the same community that was vouching for your ass when you did get found out? Now, as far as GMS, well, as far as I know, GMS was one of the only ones that was really rebuking you for real. I think Captain Azaria maybe said something, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but it was mainly GMS saying something like, nah, bro, you tripping. You don't need to be no head of shit, no chief priest, nothing, right? But everybody else, come on, man. We're the mercy of David. Like, bro, when just seeing like what happened, the fact that he did a fake, well, I guess he fake got humbled or whatnot. You know, to be honest, he really didn't even get humbled for real, man, because he can't, if anything, he came back even worse. Right? Matter of fact, let me get that. Just all right, this is Psalms chapter 24. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 16. It says, "For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief." In other words, if you're wicked, you're gonna fall and you're gonna get worse, which is exactly what you see with this cat right here, man. Right? He fell into mischief, man. In other words, he gotten worse. There ain't no humbling a guy like that. You get found out, you got you get the you get found out um of being, peggy, man, right? And you get worse from that. Okay, that right there, scripture says the wicked fall into that. You're just gonna cause even more trouble. You get even worse, right? So it's like there's nothing you can do with a person like that, but the nuclear missiles, man, right? He was like, oh, I'm gonna still do debates, cause I'm young, man. It's just like, I'm just not representing the Hebrew Israelite anymore. Yada yada yada. Bunch of bullcrap. That's all I'm hearing. Bunch of bullcrap, man. Just getting worse. Ultimately, man, it's getting worse. Which is okay, man, because it's in the scriptures. It's in the scriptures. All right, so that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get the 2 Timothy chapter 3. I gotta get it, verse 13. It says, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. Right? So evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse. And he's one of these evil men and seducers, man, which is the ones that's seducing other people, which is really just blind leading the blind ultimately. Right? And they're waxing worse, deceiving and being deceived. So not only did he deceiving others, he's deceiving himself. He's still in his mind. I'm chief. Shit, I don't give a fuck what go in my booty. I'm the chief. I don't play that or whatever. He's still on that. You could tell nothing's changed. If anything, he's gotten worse, man. He said vocab was better than the Hebrew Israelite. I was like, damn, shit. I was watching Priest Shahar when he said something about it too. Watch this lesson on it. He was talking about how like how he said vocab better than the Hebrew Israelite. He literally said a Edomite. Edomite is better than the Hebrew Israelites? That's crazy. Oh, it's like another thing. Cosplay. He said we're cosplaying as it, bro. Like I said, if that's not somebody that's getting worse, bro, I don't know what is. He's taking books out of Bibles. Oops. Already fulfilled Revelation 22, right? Add onto the Bible, add plays. You take from the Bible. Oh, wait, your name's taken out of the book of life, right? And the crazy thing is, not the Lord. He still thinks the Lord is dealing with him. That's the even more crazy part. He still thinks the Lord is dealing with him after all of that. You still think Yahweh Shai is dealing with you, and you don't even use the names really, as far as I know. Well, I think no, that's ISUPK. But even there, man, it's just like, bro, like really, you really thinking the Lord dealing with you after all that? You gotta be special kind of, goofy, special kind of goofy, man. Special kind of stupid, right? All right, let me see. Galatians. Let me get Galatians chapter 6. I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, "Be not deceived; the Most High is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap." And what he's sowing wickedness, man. And guess what? He's gonna reap wickedness. That's why he's continue to get worse. These are the people, man. What is that? Romans 9, if I'm not mistaken, 9-16. Let me check, because it goes into this is 16 and nope. I think it's 9. Slovakia. Right. Damn it, it's Slovakia. I'm not even gonna lie. I just forgot what I was looking for. That's Satan, but it's all good. Or when he reveals it back to me, I'll bring it out. But Yeah, bro. Like, all he's doing is reaping corruption. Right? I'm going to read verse 8. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 8 says, "For he that soweth to his flesh shall of flesh reap corruption, but he that soweth to the spirit of the spirit reap everlasting life." So he's an example of someone that just sowed to the flesh. I can finally spread my wings. I can really get into, this podcast shit or whatever he was trying to do that's not serving the Lord, but still think the Lord is still. That's the funny part, man. It's not funny, but it's crazy. You doing all this and you still think the Lord is dealing with you, man. And this is somebody else that came from GMS, if I'm not mistaken. He came from GMS, started Sakari, and now he's leaving Sakari. And for you cats that's still in Sakari, bro, man, like y'all through. If you still think that, oh man, I should stick with you, then you're a special kind of stupid too. You're gonna get what you deserve, which is gonna be death. Right? You're gonna be unalived if you're sticking with the group like that, bro. The head, not only your head got found out, your head fucking left you. Doesn't sound like a man of the Lord to me. Straight up, does not sound like a man of the Lord to me. And then had the audacity to talk about, oh, the Hebrew Israelites, they're toxic. You was part of the toxicity, nigga. You was part of it. Debates. I know you ain't doing all this shit for free. You doing this for money. He trying to what? Didn't you have like a little thing, like a little deal going on for like a life coach or something? And then you get found out for this? No wonder why you started losing money. Nobody want no Peggy man as their coach. I'll be damned if I had found out my coach that was happening with my coach. I'm like, what the hell? You ain't got your own shit together. And I guarantee you that's what probably happened too. And that's why he owned what he owned right now. Maybe, I don't know. Either way, like, let's be honest, bro. Like, as the priest Shar said, man, like, you really can't take anything a guy like this says really seriously, to be honest. You're a damn joke, man. And it's being shown. Hell, even Elder Yashawamba, he made a point. He said he literally, like, without even knowing, he basically said that he was never a new creature. He said himself, I've been the same nigga since I was 9. Meaning that he was never changed. He was never renewed in the spirit. And you really see that, man. You can really see that. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and get this. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 19. It says, they went out from us, but they were not of us. For if they had been of us, they would have no doubt continued with us. But they went out, that they might be made manifest that they were not all of us. Right? And it's being made manifest that the more people that fall out, man, that it's being made manifest, they weren't really of us to begin with. They weren't part of this truth to begin with, man. Darash, right? Pretty much anybody that's fell out. We're just talking about the two hot topics, though. Darash and Alazar now. I'm not a Hebrew Israelite anymore. Now, it's a lineage, but I'm not going to be a part of the community. It's a movement. With cosplaying. No, nigga, you cosplaying, nigga. Right? I don't know why. See, you slacking, man. I'm getting vexed just talking about it. It's ridiculous. The Lord's gonna really get your ass, man. Oh yeah, man. And I forgot to make mention about on my last lesson. I don't know which lesson gonna pop up first. I'm gonna post both of these. Darash, it's funny how Darash made a quote unquote prophecy. Oh, one of the apostles gonna die in 40 days, and if it doesn't happen, I'm a false prophet. So are you gonna own up to the fact that you are a false prophet because they didn't die within 40 days? Now, you did admit that you was wrong, but are you gonna admit that you are a false prophet now, right? You ain't got to admit. It's already being shown. You seen where the point you got to. I am God. I am Jesus. I am one. I am light. I am darkness. On some anime kind of shit. I don't know. That's the kind of vibe I got. He was on some anime shit. Like he was like the main character or some shit. strong ass character or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, enough about that fool, man. Yeah, enough about both of these fools, man. You know, I was it's not really surprising to see this. I mean, we clearly see he's getting worse. All these camps are really getting worse, but these are, you know, like I said, this is just another one that's just a hot topic, apparently. You know, it just meant to be a hot topic as of now. Not part of the Hebrew Israelites toxic. I mean, nigga, you're toxic. You was part of the toxicity. And you didn't, and you said you never changed. So it's not like you're finna be better when you get to leave. Hell, if anything, you're gonna get even more worse. And that's okay, man. It's all written in the scriptures. You're not a man of the Lord, man. Right? Period, man. And everything that y'all be doing, the Lord's gonna hold y'all asses accountable of it, man. This is gonna be so fucking funny, man. Cause we're gonna get the last laugh. It's gonna be so fucking funny when we get just say in your fucking face, we told your ass, nigga. Right? Now you reap the consequences. But anyways, you know, Lord willing, y'all was edified. I ended it out by saying Kyle Halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And until next time I say, Shalom, Mr. Raleigh.